In this video, I'm going to try to fire up the Eagle Talon, I hope. Man, I've got something interesting with the Talon. I skipped the quad spark, and now the coil packs fire, which is irritating. So I've been stuck on that for a long time. I'm not sure if this is kosher, though. Gotta find out.
You won't believe it, it's a miracle. Each one fires.
You can hear it.
Actually, you can hear something interesting. So, coil B sounds hollow. So I'm gonna see if I can change the coils. That's C. That's B. This is A. Sounds hollow. I'd like to say I'm gonna be a different man when this is wired up. So, the injector fires. I tested that because it's just simple circuit. You run power to it, and then you connect it to ground, and the connecting to ground clicks the injector. And repeatedly connecting to ground and closing it and connecting to ground operates the injector. So anyway, the injector works, and it's grounding to the ECU. That's fine. But I still don't understand why the ECU is not firing it. So I am taking apart more wiring, and I am going to really eliminate some variables. Fuel rails all taken apart. I'm gonna be a different man when this car's done. This is good news. Listen.
Okay. So that works. So maybe I can't hear the injectors when the fuel pump is going. Maybe I should just try to fire it. My friend showed me something cool if you're trying to hear for your injectors. So, you know, you can clearly hear if spark, whatever spark coil is firing, it goes click, 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 click. But you can't really tell with the fuel, with the injectors. But if you take like something like a tool like this, or even a screwdriver, and you put the tool up to the injector, and then you put your ear to this end, then you can clearly hear which one is firing. So I know that the injectors are also firing in the order that they go.
Okay. So the fuel rail has, a little gappy, and I cannot find where the freaking spacers went. So I made my own out of some Delrin round stock that I had, and I just cut it with the Sawzall, really professional, and it has a M8 clearance hole. I think that'll work. I am pleasantly surprised that those little squares work well, and they're big enough that you can reach around and make them thread through the screw. The other ones were just tiny, and you always forgot they were there, but these are like very visible. Okay, we'll know if the injectors spurt out gas, but I can always sand them flat. I'm sure that'll do it. That'll probably take, 20 thou off, so, that'd be good.
Being that this is a car that doesn't seem to run, I used to have to keep charging the battery, but I finally got a battery charger. Look at that. I have made progress on the Talon. Get some cranks, and it used to be when I would crank, I'd get 0 RPM, but now I get, at least, I get something. Woohoo! The way that I fixed this was the crankshaft position sensor needs 12 volts, not the 5 volts reference. Because it's a hall sensor. That's awesome.
I clearly do not understand Mega Squirt. I thought you could put the coils in order you know, A, B, C, D, and then choose a firing order. But no, it makes you go A, B, C, D. Goddamn.
I'm not sure what I was trying to accomplish in these clips. I think I was trying to say that I'm doing composite logging. Doesn't seem like much is happening. And it's reading in and out, which is not good. I didn't understand that desyncing was a problem, so I checked my plugs and they're fine. I was getting a lot of oil seepage out of the turbo from cranking. It was leaking out of the manifold, so I took apart the turbo, or tried.
So I didn't know this. Turbos have an oil path direction. I thought you just had to feed one side and return the other, but the return that I wire lined up is actually the inlet. So the reason I was getting oil all over the floor is because I was feeding it backwards. Or that's what I hypothesized. I'm gonna make new lines to go from the oil port here to the turbo up here, right? And then go straight down here to the oil pan. If that's not the right flow and it leaks more, I think I'm gonna reduce the orifice on the blue right here. I'll go from whatever that size is to AN4 and then go to AN6.
Nothing tries your patience like rebuilding your AN lines, because you have to switch the sizes and you're too poor to just have multiples. Oh man, that's a lot of work. The toughest thing too about messing up your AN line is that you have to cut off so much to get like probably a good chance of getting it on again. Terrible. Got the AN lines built, and then I blasted them with some brake clean. Nothing like having one end built, the other side's cut, it's measured, it's perfect. Then you screw up getting it on, you're like, oh, I have to save it. Or sometimes you don't save it. Managed to save it on this one. I'm like basically a professional now. We'll see if the turbo leaks oil. I changed a lot of settings on the computer, and I was actually getting some pops and some bangs. I also changed the crank sensor. I bought a new one for $80 whole, and that was also why I was getting some desyncing issues.
Keep getting leaks out of the turbo, so I'm going to, well, no, I already did. I went to AN4 and then transitioned to -6, so we'll see if that reduces that, what is happening. Maybe it's just too much flow. I have the timing set to 210, and this is my fuel, which is really high. I think it's having trouble transitioning, but listen to this. All grown men let grown men take control of their laptops so they can tune their car.